Ever feel like some people just handle stress better than others, or connect effortlessly with others, or maybe even bounce back from setbacks without skipping a beat? Well, I can tell you today that it's not luck. What it's called is emotional intelligence, and that's a skill anybody can learn. Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm Caleb. Thank you for joining my channel, The Trusted Advocate. I am a case manager, coach, and entrepreneur. And with over 10 years in the case management field, today I want to talk to you about emotional intelligence. Now, you might be asking, what is emotional intelligence? Now, the way that I define emotional intelligence as the ability to understand and manage your own emotions while simultaneously empathizing and connecting with others. So I want to give you 3 ways to build emotional intelligence. Tip number 1, practice self-awareness. To improve emotionally, we have to start with ourselves. Self-awareness means understanding your own feelings and also acknowledging your emotional limitations. Being aware of our triggers helps us handle situations without becoming overwhelmed or reactive. In fact, research shows that 83% of people with high emotional intelligence are skilled at recognizing their emotions, making them less likely to act impulsively in difficult moments. Tip number 2 is going to be improve your empathy skills. Empathy is the foundation for building trust and real connection with others. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes and understanding their experience without judging them. People who lead with empathy oftentimes build stronger teams, and in fact, studies show that organizations led by empathetic leaders have a 20% lower turnover rate. So the next time you're talking to someone, focus on listening closely to what they're saying. This simple act of empathy can deepen your relationship. So I strongly encourage you to focus on your empathy skills. Tip number 3 is going to be develop emotional regulation techniques. Learning to regulate your emotions, especially under stress, is essential, because without emotional control, minor conflicts can oftentimes escalate or sometimes even lead to life-altering consequences like jail or prison. In fact, emotional regulation has been shown to reduce burnout by up to 50%. Techniques like deep breathing, taking a pause before responding, or practicing mindfulness can oftentimes help you avoid impulsive reactions and stay calm no matter the situation. Now, usually I give you one of the 3 tips that I would say is the most important, but this week I think all 3 tips works in succession, right? You have to be able to be self-aware and identify your own emotions and your own limitations, because at that point, then and only then are you able to truly be empathetic towards others, which is tip number 2. Empathetic towards others and build those connections. Once you're able to do that, then and only then are you able to progress to tip 3, which is to develop those emotional regulation techniques, right? Like, I'm self-aware of my own limitations. I know my emotions. And now that I'm able to be empathetic towards others and understand, I'm able to put parameters around my limitations and my emotions so that I don't engage in those type and specific conversations that might be a trigger for me, right? I'm not gonna let anyone push my buttons because I already know what could happen potentially. So I want to put parameters around those so that I don't get myself in any compromising type of situations. So all 3 of these tips are essential this week. Those are the 3 tips. Now, by building emotional empathy, self-awareness, and managing your emotions, you are most definitely on your way to improving and increasing your EQ, or your emotional intelligence. So thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you like it, please hit that like and subscribe button. And if you found this video helpful, I strongly encourage you to click on the video at the end right here, where I talk about the top 5 books that every case manager needs to read before entering the field of case management. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Studies show that employees with high emotional intelligence are up to 32% more productive and consistently receive better evaluations, which underlines EQ's, or emotional intelligence, value in both personal and professional life. Daniel Goleman, the author of Emotional Intelligence, says, if your emotional abilities aren't in hand, if you don't have self-awareness, If you are not able to manage your distressing emotions, then no matter how smart you are not going to get very far. Emotional intelligence is a significant variable in success. Studies show that 90% of top performers have high emotional intelligence, or EQ, making it a must have for personal growth, better relationships, and career advancement.